You're on Night Beat, go ahead.
Peace and love to my Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, and to hell with the rest of you. Now on page 3A, they got a picture here of Clarence Thomas. Have you seen it?
I've seen.
You must get it.
I've seen more pictures than I want to see.
You must get it.
Go ahead. What does it look like?
This Negro is smiling like he's at a slappy white revival. I see nothing but buck teeth on him. I tell you, this bored nostril bootlicking Negro is sickening even to look at. I mean, the smile that's on his face is like he's looking at that white fowl that he lays up next to every night naked.
Now, wait a second. What page is this on?
Page 3A, USA Today.
Oh, there it goes.
Do you see that now?
Oh, he's laughing. He's happy.
When you heard me say catfish mouth Negro, you keep this as a reference. That's what it looks like, right there. All you got to do is draw a few catfish mouth whiskers on there, and he's good to go. Secondly, let's move over to the post-disgrace. Page, let's see here. First page of B, section B. My alderman over here in my ward got caught kicking in his girlfriend's door and pulling an OJ on her. What's wrong with Greg Carter, man? I profess that he's the first victim of a curse that I put on all these black politicians who refuse to endorse Darnell Smith. Greg, what's wrong, brother? I just hope that wasn't no white gal house you was kicking in, because if it was, old crooked-eyed Bob McCulloch will not rest until you are headed to the penitentiary. You Negroes gonna learn to keep your hands off of these white women. I don't have a lick of sympathy for this Negro. Let's get him out of my ward immediately. I'm talking about as of yesterday. I don't understand it. I can't understand it. And the brother got some outside interest going on, so I don't understand why he have to go out like that. And keep in mind, Greg, because I know you're listening, whereas Bob McCulloch gonna go after you to the highest degree that the law allows, remember crooked-eyed Bob McCulloch's partner, old Larry Johnson, a.k.a. George Peach, the crusader against pornography, but had a basement full of pornography, got caught charging prostitutes and whores on city charge cards. He didn't do 1 day of jail time. But Greg, look at your skin, friend. The end is near. You should have endorsed Darnell when you had the chance.
And Jacob, let me say something. I just don't understand. I know people lose their tempers. I lose mine, no question about it. But why do people beat up girlfriends and kids and anybody? I don't get it. I can understand if you've got a disagreement with somebody, especially if you're an alderman, go get an attorney and you know, you can do a lot of damage with an attorney.
Well,
you don't need to beat people up.
He made his mistake by committing this assault outside the city limits out in Glendale, I see. But I don't have no sympathy for this fool, man. Now, up on the top of this page, they burnt a cross over in Glen Corbin. Through a brick through a brother's window, they got a picture of him and his wife there. You see him? These are two cowardly Negroes. They have a quote in her casing that this is not a good environment for the kids. They got a 5- and 6-year-old, right? You don't want to teach them about racism. What type of cowardly statement is that? Not only are you supposed to teach your children about racism, you're supposed to ingrain it in their minds as to why they are hated and despised. I take my children up to the old courthouse. I let them see the display they have up there of Dred Scott and how they mockingly, to this second, put on display how we were sold as slaves on those very courthouse steps. If we do not teach our children why they're hated and despised, who the hell is this yellow Negro on this picture here, who reminds me of Ahmad? He needs to move back to Omaha, Nebraska. We don't need no Negroes like this around the STL. And let me close by saying this, Mark.
Before you do,